Hi, I'm Ronnie Rickner. As a lot of people know me, I am very obsessive and I've always been a very passionate sports person, always involved in lots of different sports, always been very, very naturally talented at certain ones, very good at golf. I only started playing darts when I was sort of about maybe 25. I took it up, started playing it, thanks to my wife, got a little bit involved in it and then sort of had to give it up because of family life as we all have things going on. So I'd given it up for sort of 2-3 years. Now I've recently just started it back up again, and I was in contact with someone who is very, very knowledgeable in experts in their field. I've always been really interested in sort of people who perform at the highest level, and I've always wanted to be a professional sportsman, but I've never been good enough at anything or been able to do it really. And reading Dr. Anders Ericsson's book Peak, where he goes through about 10,000 hours and how long it takes to actually get to the top of any field, medical profession, sport, chess, whatever it may be, it's really opened my eyes a bit. So what I decided to do was an actual social experiment on trying to become a professional darts player from sort of a journeyman level really. So I'm going to spend, well, hopefully less than 10,000 hours. My target's 5, but it could be very, very unrealistic, but I've got 10,000 hours to do it, and I'm going to document my journey, hopefully every step of the way. I'm going to try and do it every day. There will be some days I'll miss, no doubt, because I'll be tired or whatever, but I'm trying to do that at least 2 to 3 hours a day, every single day, until I get to the 10,000 hours mark. So hopefully I can become a professional in that time and reach my dream. But if I can't, you can all watch me fail and laugh how silly it was an idea. But I'd love to be proving something in science so people can look and think, actually it can work this way, and I'll document my progress. So yeah. I'm just coming to you with my 200-hour update. So yeah, it's been a journey so far. I've been amazed at the amount of support that I've got from people who are trying on their own journey. It's been really, really great, to be honest. I love hearing about what people are doing, how they're getting into darts themselves. It's just really inspiring, all the people out there that have, good at darts, not good at darts. They've all got their own story. So please keep letting me know what you're doing. I love hearing it. I love seeing the pictures, and realised how involved the dart community is online. I get so many likes and people looking at my stuff and people saying well done, keep going. It's really, really great. So thanks for all the support so far. And it's been tough, don't get me wrong. I've done an average about 3 hours a day every day. I think the hardest part is fitting it around a real working life. Obviously I've got a normal day job. It's trying to fit it around that and actually make it happen is tough. When you're feeling tired. I've obviously been ill the last couple of days. It's still finding the time to do it around, wife, kids, family, work, all that sort of thing is tough. It'd be great if obviously I didn't have a job and didn't have to work, then I'd love it. But obviously around that sort of stuff is difficult. But I've made a lot of good progress so far. I've competed in the UK Open. Obviously the qualifiers didn't get through as far as I wanted on that. But in terms of my game, I've now agreed I'm hopefully going to start in the league in the next season. So I've got a bit more consistent playing time. My throw has developed quite a lot, but I feel like I'm making good progress, and I'm thereabouts or ahead where I'd want to be at the 200-hour mark. I've got a lot of hours to go. But yeah, I think I've got to keep focusing on it, a couple of little tweaks here and there with my grip, but other than that, I've got to keep pushing on it, and I feel like it really is, what I've learned about darts so far, it's really a muscle. It really is a muscle that the more you train it, the better you get, and obviously I've just got to keep at it. So thanks for your support, and I'll keep you updated. A bit of an update on the 10,000 hour experiment today. I've had a bad day today, real bad. I've tried to pinpoint exactly why, and I think the main reasons is a little bit of overtraining. It sounds really stupid, but when you're practicing, good 3-4 hours a day, I've noticed my forearm muscles start to get tired yesterday, and I played and practiced today, and both games I played, I should, in my opinion, from what averages I've been playing at, should have won both games. Played good players, but should have won both games on what I'm capable of, and arm just left me completely. And then sort of the math went down here. Everything started to go because I lost confidence in my throwing ability, which hasn't happened to me before. So it was an interesting experience, but yeah, it's very frustrating. But it's the first real bad day I've had, and I'm not really used to losing to many people
playing darts at the stand, I sort of play out with a lot of different people. But obviously today was a big wake-up call, and you know, it is hopefully going to push me on even further. But I'm going to have a rest day tomorrow, because I think that's a big learning part of it, is knowing when to rest. Again, it sounds stupid, you know, people don't think darts is a physical sport, and compared to some of the ones I've done before, you know, motocross, boxing, golf, it is not compared to that, but it is very mentally tiring. But also, when you're throwing, you know, 4 hours, sort of 3-4 hours without a break, your forearm does get very, very worked out, and that can lose your grip, lose everything. So it does make a big difference. And yeah, so just really updating that today, and hopefully can have a rest day tomorrow, you know, and just not overanalyze it and put it down to a bad day and move on. But I'm making good progress. I'm happy with what I'm doing. So it's a bad day. I'll put that one behind me.
Morning. I'm coming with the 300, well, just over 300 hours update today from 10K, 10,000 hours experiment. It was a good day yesterday, to be fair. I broke through the barrier. I think I'm about 302 hours now. Broke through the 300 mark barrier yesterday, which I was surprised how quickly it's actually gone. I mean, in lockdown, obviously, you know, for the last few weeks, it's been difficult, but obviously the darts focus has helped. There's probably no better time to do what I'm doing than that, to be honest. But I have found my foot, my knees, obviously I turned slightly side on, and obviously a slight lean to it, so I put my weight on my front foot, the same position pretty much. It's taking a big toll on me. My feet are in a bit of a bad way, and my front foot is aching quite a lot today after sort of 5-6 hours of play yesterday. But it was really, really good. You know, I've been practicing quite a lot this week, and you know, I've had a bad couple of weeks performance-wise, you know, playing onlines and practice as well. Probably because of changes of throw, a little bit too much going on, too many changes and not enough time to stick with the same thing. But I found a throw I like, I found a technique I like, and I'm going to stick with that for the foreseeable and sort of reassess it in a good couple of 100 hours time. So it's going really well. You know, I'm amazed with all the support everyone gives me. You know, I love hearing about people's stories from different countries. You know, it's amazing to be connected with people all over the world. And you know, last night I was playing, yesterday playing with, you know, German player having a beer in his front room. You know, it's just amazing. You know, but yesterday I played actually well. Be the first player was a very good player, probably a higher average than me generally, but played him after losing the last few games I've had, and played him and beat him 4-1. And then I played again later on in the evening, and played a lovely German guy, and we had a good competitive match, and it finished as it was a Premier League style game, so it finished 6-6 in the end. But I hit 2 180s. Really, really good on the doubles, and he was good at taking his darts and checking them out. So it was just really, really enjoyable, and it was nice to get back to sort of more winning ways and hitting good darts. And I can feel the potential was there in terms of hitting 180s during matches, and I hit seven 180s total yesterday, which is I think the most for a while. So I think if I keep with what I'm doing, keep pushing how I've come in. You know, short space of time, and you know, a few months and 300 hours is quite a long way. So I think I've got to keep pushing it and yeah, get to the next step. So thanks for your support, and I'll keep you updated soon.
Hi all, I'm just coming with an hour's update for the 10,000 hour experiment with the darts. Yeah, I've been on a bit of a difficult journey recently with the darts. I've sort of taken a back burner. I've had some health issues, been in and out of hospital, and really just not committed to the practice as I've been able to, really. You know, I've started as a other business thing I've got going on, released my book. There's quite a few bits and pieces I've been doing that's really distracted me, and it's been quite difficult to keep my eye on the ball and keep really, really focused with the darts, you know, for the first knee. As I say, it's a long game, it's not a short one, but it's been tough, you know. I've done well in a double in, double out tournament in a really, really, really sort of packed field, and I've just sort of been knocked out of a semi-final match by a really good player, but sort of whitewashed me. I was tampering with my stuff, my stems yesterday, and yeah, I shouldn't have made that rule not to tamper with her day before a match, But yeah, it cost me, and I could have gone on a bit further, but I've not been playing at my best, really. I didn't hit any real doubles at all today, so struggled big time with that, and just really need to get back on the board, get back with the updates, get back on the board. I haven't been practicing every day like I was previously, so I'm going to try and make sure I focus this week, health permitting, and really just start getting back into it again, practicing every morning before work and seeing what I can come up with. I really need to put the hours back in, get back to winning ways, and order some new stems that I like. So I will do that, and I'll stop being tight. So yeah, speak to you soon.
Hi everyone, coming here with the 10,000 hours update, and we're now at 500 hours. We've hit that mark yesterday. So I'm really pleased we finally got there. The date is the 22nd of December, so it's taken me pretty much the best part of a year, really, so to get to 500 hours, which is a massive achievement. It's been an amazing but also very difficult year for me, and obviously everything that's been going on with COVID, and even now, I was due to go and watch the World Championships final, which I've got in the background here. But we can't. That's cancelled, so we just have to watch it on TV and hopefully be there one day. But yeah, some really great progress I've had this year. I set out a timeline at the start to work out where I would be at certain points, and at this point, I sort of expected to be a little bit worse than I am now. So I'm actually doing very good. And with that in mind, obviously I'm looking to go to Q school. I decided to do that based on how I was sort of feeling, and also I really want to do the Challenge Tour next year, mix it with the people who are just under that top tier level. So really, yeah, it's a big learning curve this year. Been so much going on, so many changes with my throw, changes with the darts. I've literally just changed darts sort of a couple of days ago, but I haven't really had a chance to throw. As some of you know, basically I've had issues with my neck this year. I've never had before, and I think mainly been down to sort of balancing work and practice. And obviously, I think when I'm practicing and throwing, I'm obviously turning to the side, and how I practice, I don't have lots of breaks, so sometimes I'll just push through, because I've found that gets me a lot more improvement than having breaks. The way I see it is that, when you're throwing, it's just a muscle that you're tearing in different ways and learning to use better. So when you do push through it, keep pushing through them parts where your muscles may be tired, you get a bit more of a benefit a few days later sometimes. So that's what a real key point I've found over the journey, over the 500 hours. And for people who don't know what I'm doing, is obviously I'm still trying to do a 10,000 hours putting into becoming a darts professional and top 50 ranked in the world from the starting point. And you can see my earlier videos, I'm 45 average, and obviously very poor standard, really. So I'm trying to accomplish that and document it on the way, and I really appreciate everyone's support from day dot. It's been amazing, the community I've found online, and a lot of Dutch, German players, English, and it's just been fantastic, to be honest. The people out there, and I got a chat at the IADB League. They run a great opportunity for people online who have been stuck. Without that, I don't think I wouldn't have bothered even entering Q school for next year. I would have just carried on practicing as it was, really. But I think the ability to play great players and the people I've played with in the IADB Premier League has been massive for me. So it's been a massive development. I'm really hoping to kick on with this new set of darts I've got. I'll put some videos up in the coming days of how my throw looks and stuff like that, but I've got to get my neck a bit better still first, just another couple of days rest, because I've kind of strained it in the last day or so over practicing. But that's something I've never heard anyone do that before, so whether it's a weakness I have, or it may be because of people don't usually do 3-4 hour sessions without stopping very much, or with not a lot of breaks. So it's taking its toll on my body, but again, it's not the end of the world. So it's going to keep going forward. Thank you for all the support, and yeah, I'll keep you updated.
Hi all, coming with a 600 hour update. Can't really believe I'm at 600 hours, which is quite a quick one this year. So pushing through that barrier, and a nice win last night. It was just, I think the last sort of 100 hours maybe have just been quite a tired, full-on stuff. But my levels have jumped up. I've gone from around maybe a high 60
high 68s, 70s to a sort of a mid 70s over the last couple of weeks, which I can only put down to sort of consistent practice and obviously Q school, that ripping of the arm. I can't explain. If you want to get better enough, you've got to tear the muscle and you know, play through what you normally would, really, because that, I think, makes the biggest difference of all is you know, getting that muscle shocked and doing what it's doing, you know, because I think if you don't do that, you know, you could play for a long time and not really improve your levels unless you find something technique wise. So for me, it's been a whirlwind, you know, with the Mac Darts training. That's been amazing. We've got a lot of developments in the pipeline, and I'm really enjoying it, you know, although I'm working hard. I'm even coming from working now today, working yesterday, just trying to fit everything in. That's the whole point of the 10,000 hours experiment, is to try and find, you know, a normal guy's day, find that time, find that little bit of extra thing, because it's like everyone, you know, it's so hard coming from a normal day-to-day thing to try and find the time like a pro would, or, you know, like even some pros don't practice that much, you know, so it's a lot do, but some don't practice with the same intensity that I try to do, but it's trying to find that time around a busy schedule and you know, kids and wife and everything like that. So that is what I feel like the last 100 hours have been all about, is just fitting that in, pushing through it and getting through it, and I'm really pleased that you know, results are coming. My hope is that, you know, later this year I'll start pushing into the, you know, regularly in matches, the 80s, the mid 80s, and obviously pushing on from there for Q school next year, you know, towards the sort of 90 mark. But again, you know, I could be totally wrong. It could take a lot longer, this section. Every sort of section to jump up seems different, but this is definitely, as I expected, the year of honing my craft and basically getting the matches on point and hitting them 180s, you know, and stuff like that, hitting the 140s regularly. So it's, yeah, that's where we're at. But I'm really enjoying it, although it is hard. You know, I'd like a day off here and there. I don't really have time to have the day off, and you know, I've got to just keep pushing through it and pushing on with the experiment. So really appreciate all your support. It's been an amazing time, you know, at Q School, and all the support from everyone and the following us on YouTube. So thanks so much for that. I'm going to be putting more stuff on my YouTube channel over the coming weeks, so stay tuned for that if you like the other ones. And yeah, any ideas you might have, fire them up to me. But yeah, thanks a lot, and I'll speak to you all soon.
Hi all, coming to you with the 700 hours update. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so got quite a bit to catch up on. Yeah, it's been really quite difficult the last sort of couple of months, really, with injuries on and off and issues with my neck and breathing. Not particularly darts related, more to do with what I'm doing at work, and I've sort of found out I've got asthma because of what I'm doing day to day, really. So that's given me a bit of sort of difficulties, I must admit, trying to practice, and obviously the darts practice hasn't been helping because you're tightening these muscles, but I'm getting through it now, so I'm having to change what I do on a daily basis and not get exposed to so much dust and things like that, which is aggravating the neck muscles for me personally. Again, bit of an odd one. I wouldn't expect many people to have sort of issues like that, but it is what it is. You've got to listen to your body. But yeah, for me, the last sort of 100 hours or so have been tough, but they've also been really good as well. You know, I've managed to sort of push on in terms of my sort of standard, hitting some, you know, strong 80, 90 matches when I've been practicing enough. You know, that's just been the sort of tail of the tape. On and off practicing is sometimes difficult, but when you've got the consistency, your numbers come up. But I'm really looking forward to the Challenge Tour. I think that'd be really, really great, and hopefully I can jump up again and start to hit sort of, you know, 80 plus matches when it really counts, stuff like that. And really looking forward to a lot of the stuff what we're doing with the IADB, and you know, it's great to see so many fantastic players and, you know, become members and stuff like that. So, you know, thanks to all you guys, and thanks to all your support for everyone, you know, through the 10,000 hours experiment. You know, I'm not quite the 1,000 hours yet, Mark, but I'm trying to chase it down now. So I'm around 710 hours now, which is, I'm just trying to up my game the last couple of weeks and really get back on it. Yeah, so I hope you're all well and going good. But for me, the next step will be really just grinding some solid hours, preparing well for the Challenge Tour, and hopefully hitting
some solid 85s in the IDB matches and some solid 85s in the IDB matches. Some solid 85s in the IDB matches and hopefully getting maybe a 90 average soon. So it's a big goal, but you've got to dream big. So day 2 at the PDC Challenge Tour. I'm also going to combine this with the sort of first day sort of update really. I'm overall I'm knackered, I'll say that. I know I said I was tired coming in here, but one big thing I've learned is don't come and try to play competitive darts when you're working sort of physically the week leading up to it. So that's definitely one thing I've got to remember for next time. I feel like I'm playing my B game just because my arm's just so tight just even on the practice board. It's not to do with really nerves particularly or anything like that. It's just tired coming into it. So that's one thing I definitely won't be doing in the future. Maybe have a couple of days off before or something like that. But I've played all right in terms of I've just been scrapping through really, just trying to been scrapping in each match. I feel like I've been in nearly every single leg of every game so far. And I've had chances. I've missed a lot of doubles, which I like to think I don't usually miss a lot of doubles, but I have been. Which I can only put down to there was a little bit of nerves there in a couple of matches, which is kind of a bit newer for me. I don't usually get too nervous. I'm certainly not nervous before the matches. I'm really excited about it, but I've got some massive adrenaline buzzes from playing today and also winning my one of the matches today in the second tournament, which was my first match win on the Challenge Tour. So it feels great to get that under my belt, and it was a tight match, 4-4. I fought back from 4-3 down to take it 5-4 against a really good player. So averages weren't pretty, but that's probably down to missed doubles and just not scoring well enough anyway. I don't feel like I'm throwing the darts I usually throw even on a normal day-to-day thing. I just got to hopefully I'll relax over the next couple of days and I'm not doing anything too strenuous. But it's a bit of a catch-22 because of playing all the time and practicing and warming up, warming down. It's quite tiring anyway, so I'm interested to see whether it will improve by tomorrow or Monday, but we'll see. I'll just make the best of it, and it's a massive learning curve for me. The standard here is super high, and I've just got knocked out a minute ago against Anastasia Dobromoslova, who's 3 times BDO Women's World Champion. So I can't really complain too much, in all honesty. I'm just happy with where I'm at with things. They're going as they should. I'm learning every time I'm playing. I'm learning every time I'm coming to something like this, and it's all new to me. So I really know now I've got to play a lot more in person. I've got to play, a lot more matches regularly like that in person. And obviously I've got to keep going to the Challenge Tour, honing my craft and learning from all these great players that are here. There's like probably 40, 50 40 at least ex-pros here and, BDO World Champions here. And they're not even, some of them are not even making it to the last 64 even. So it's crazy, someone yesterday averaged like 95 and lost in the first 2 rounds. It's a very high standard, but it's very enjoyable as well. So I'm loving every minute of it. I'm tired. I'm gonna get an early night, get some sleep, and go back at it tomorrow. But yeah, smashing through the 800 hours mark. On 806 hours I've worked out now, so we're all the way through. I'm going to do a bit more of a roundup over sort of where I'm at with the 800 hours update after this weekend. But yeah, thanks for all your support and your messages. Loving it, and I'll keep going.
So I thought I'd do the 800 hours proper update. I know I did a little update at the Challenge Tour, but I thought I'd do a proper update of a sort of a roundup of things, because going past the 800 mark's fairly big milestone. I'm nearly to 1,000, but I've really got to. I know I've got to up my levels. I've really got to up my practice. It's been probably the hardest part of the entire experiment the last couple of months, just with stuff going on personally, stuff with where I'm where I've stayed at the moment. Where I've been working a lot. Stuff's been just super difficult. More difficult than it's ever been from day one. And that's saying something because we've had lockdown in that time and everything else. So it's been very testing. Still not through the worst of it, but
listen, I'm going to smash it out, keep pushing on, and where I feel like I'm at in the 10,000 hours experiment is at a very crucial point. 819 hours so far. I mean, I've not done, it's probably the least amount I've practiced in sort of a couple of weeks, and that's only good job I've had the Super League games and stuff like that. So I've been able to get a couple of hours here and there. But if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have been able to play much at all, just because not got the dart setups and stuff like that at the moment. So hopefully that's all going to change soon, and I'm going to get back on it. But yeah, it's just been really testing. You know, I appreciate, again, a lot of people message me saying how's it going. Like, really appreciate all that, and I really, you know, love hearing from people and what they're doing and their journey. You know, it's great to hear, and it always keeps me motivated. But I've got such a strong desire to really push on, and I know where I've got to be in terms of where my level's got to be. You know, I've got my new darts which are working great. I just haven't had really a lot of time to practice with them. You know, when I am practicing, I'm hitting more 180s than I've probably ever hit. You know, so I know that they're going to work really well. I've just got to embed that time in, and hopefully I can get this whole bathroom done, and then I can just get on and have a couple of, well, maybe I'm hoping a couple of days rest before the challenge tour. I've got to do it. So, you know, I've been working till, you know, 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night sometimes, just to get stuff done, just so I can get myself a couple of days rest, you know. And then I was out last night playing a friendly Super League match, which again, you know, it was friendly, but it was very competitive as well. Played a really good player who's, I know, a really good standard player, like county level and stuff like that. And I was in the match, you know, I thought it was first to three. Absolute rookie error. I thought it was first to three. I had my head because I hear someone say best of 5. I didn't think to check. Started playing well. I think I took out a 16 darts, something like that. And then something decent, and I was 3-1 up. I thought I won. I thought I won the first to three. And I've turned around and I've looked and I've gone, oh, it's obviously not, because he's not shaking my hand or saying well done or whatever. Yeah, and I ended up losing, you know, 4-3, which was gutting really, considering I thought I'd won it. So, you know, that was definitely a lesson for me, a little bit of a learning curve. You know, make sure you know what format it is, and also, you know, get yourself back into it. I tried getting myself back up for it, and I just sort of, I lost my way a little bit. So this is the sort of thing where I'm at the moment in the experiment. Is I'm doing good, I'm doing okay. I've just got to just find that extra little gear, just hit them shots, and also get used to, like I say, I'm getting used to playing when really tired. That's going to happen. So I've just got to really get used to that. And I'm really, really looking forward to this challenge tour. So I just need to buy myself a couple of days rest before it. So it'll be sort of next weekend, I think it is, the 3rd to the 5th. So yeah, trying to crack on, smash out the work. And yeah, I just think it's just me being honest about what I'm doing every day, you know, smashing out tiles, everything's with your hands, you know, and that's what I don't think I'd definitely say is, even for people who play a very high level, don't underestimate how much your, you know, muscles can be affected if you do a physical job. You know, that's one thing I've really, really learned over the last couple of months, is how hard it's actually been to, I feel like I've dropped 10 points off my level, you know, on my average sort of thing. So that it'll remain to be seen, because if I go to the challenge tour and I've had a couple of days rest before, maybe 2-3 days, and I don't increase my level from the last one, then I'll know, look, that's just why you're playing, whether it's technique or whatever. But I don't think it is. So we'll see. The proof's in the pudding, and yeah, 829 hours, not 819. So keep it going.